Well, thanks for visiting us this morning at KTALnews.com. I'm meteorologist Josh Morses with your Monday morning forecast update. New week gives us a bunch of new topics to talk about. We've been kind of flirting with the summer heat for the past few weeks. Definitely will feel it kind of take over this week. Highs daily likely in the low 90s and a couple days in the mid 90s as well. We're hoping to see some of these cooling rain showers, especially in the afternoons. We do have some at least slight to scattered rain chances just about daily, but it does kind of tread more towards a drier pattern for us this week. And late this week, we're talking about the Saharan dust. If you've lived here for a while, you know every summer we get maybe a few days with that Saharan dust making its way in, and that will give us a chance to talk about maybe the Gulf and also hurricane season, which has officially begun here now that we're into June, expecting an above average hurricane season here across the Atlantic basin at least, and we'll be talking about that more as the week goes on here. No danger of any hurricanes this week. Just wanted to point out that hurricane season has started for us. And speaking of some of those storms, we did have some storms late last night over deep East Texas here. Didn't cause us any issues, but we're still monitoring just a little bit of rain towards Shelby, Panola, and Rusk counties in Texas. That will dry up pretty quickly, and we'll just be mostly clear to partly cloudy to start the day here. It's actually pretty comfortable. This will be maybe the only morning that we see temperatures in the 60s area wide this weekend. Maybe just a few areas like Shreveport in the low 70s at sunrise. Not much of a breeze out there. The winds will be out of the south, which will kind of keep the humidity rolling in throughout the week here, and your temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s this afternoon, just a few degrees above average. Average high early June is up to 89 degrees, so these temperatures close to average for us, if not a degree or two warmer than that. So look here at your Robbins Toyota Futurecast. There's still a little wiggle or just a little disturbance in the upper levels of the atmosphere, which will try to stir up some of those isolated showers in East Texas today. I think we've hit that point of the year. If we get these little isolated storms, it's a great thing for us. It can cool those temperatures, and that's kind of what we're rooting for, is just to hopefully see some afternoon rain at times this week. Looking dry for Tuesday, but we do have a cold front that will pass north of the region here, and that will stir up some storms Tuesday night into Wednesday. Don't foresee really any severe weather in the Arctic for the next few days here. We'll have to watch any of those storms for wind, but at least we'll see those slight rain chances through the middle of the week. The rainfall map not showing much for us, but if you get north of I-30 here, you can see Red River, McCurtain, and up into Sevier and Howard counties forecasting about 2+ inches of rain throughout the week, and that's because that front will kind of stall out here midweek, so there is more frequent chances for rain north of I-30 as we could pull in some of these showers. But you'll notice ridge of high pressure building in late this week as well, so kind of a mixed bag. A lot of the Arctic will be dealing with temperatures in the mid 90s and dry conditions likely in areas like Shreveport, but hopefully we can tap into some of this rain in the northern Arctic, so at least a few of you in Arkansas and Oklahoma will see some relief throughout the week here as well. And once we get late in the weekend, you can see this ridge breaks down, and maybe the front coming in early next week, so we're not quite to summer yet. I do think we'll see maybe a bit of a cool down with some of those storms along that front late in the weekend and early next week. Let's talk about that Saharan dust that again moves all the way across from the African coastline here. We're not going to see any during the middle of the week here, but you can see a pretty good push of it coming in maybe Friday into Saturday. Anytime we get the dust overhead, it tends to kill off any rain chances, so the rain chance pretty low with that dust over us, at least Friday and Saturday. But again, late in the weekend, expecting to see maybe that ridge of high pressure breakdown, so we're hoping to see maybe a slightly higher chance of storms either late in the weekend or early next week. But you can see summer definitely taking over here. Low to mid 90s just about each day, and overnight lows quite warm in the 70s throughout the week.